Yeah, we have two books that came out together at the beginning of the series, and they are, I wouldn't call them true historical fiction. They are contemporary kids with mysteries that are rooted in the World War II home front era. So, Keep on Flying is focuses on stories of Rosie the Riveters, those women who worked in the factories and also doing many, many, many other things that when the men left to go to war in World War II, and they were able to take over those kinds of jobs and help in their way to win the war. And I've had the privilege to meet many of those Rosies through involvement with my parents, particularly my mother. And so it's kind of a compilation of some of the stories that are that I have come across. Riley wins a contest because her great grandma was a Rosie and made B-25 airplanes, and so she is able to make a trip that ends up getting her into a mystery that has to do with World War II. You've read it, so but she and her quirky grandma Susie get to go on this trip and meets a new friend, Marcus, who Marcus and Riley figure out that the police are looking at the wrong person for the crime that occurs during the weekend, and so they set about to set the record straight and reveal who the real person is, which gets them into all kinds of adventures and messes. And then book two, if you want to know that one, was also inspired by true events. It's not necessarily Rosie the Riveters. It's more of POWs, prisoners of war, who were in the United States during the war. A lot of people don't know what did the Allies do with their prisoners when they had them. They put them on ships and brought them to America, at least several 100,000 of them. And so all across the country, there were these POW camps. And one of them was in a real town not far from my hometown in Alabama. And when I discovered this several years ago, I thought, oh my goodness, I need to go see about that. Well, the camp is gone, but there's a museum that has all kinds of information. And I discovered that the thing about this town, Aliceville, they had reunions starting about 50 years after the end of the war. They began to have reunions with three groups of people: the former prisoners, German prisoners who had been there, the former guards who had guarded the German prisoners, and the townspeople of Aliceville. And this time, many of the German guests stayed in the homes of the Aliceville residents, which I just thought was a really cool story. So that is the inspiration for Friends in Strange Places, book two.